Hi, my name is Vanessa Knisely. I am a wife, a mother of four, a homeschooler, a beginning author. I write a historical fiction series. One is published. So that takes up some of my time. But right now, I want to talk about homeschooling. That is what's been on my heart. Don't make fun of me. I'm in my closet because the lighting in my room is terrible, and this is a quiet area. My husband's putting the kids to bed anyway because he's very sweet. So I recently joined a 30-day blogging challenge to try to get my own blog going. I never really followed blogs before, but now I have been. I've been aware of more of them, and I found two in particular that I am loving. One is by a woman named Lori Lane. She has been around a while, but new to me. She is a mother of 4 boys. They've all graduated. How long ago, I'm not sure. But she's kind of like a mentor mom online. She has a website called theendinmind.net. She also has a Facebook site, also The End in Mind. And on her site, there is another lady who posted a 30-day challenge for praying for your homeschooling. So I'm going to be starting that. I think it's in less than a week, and I'm very excited. So anyone else, go sign up because and join us. I guess there's a private Facebook page you can try to join, and I just think praying for this year is the best thing. Last year for me was a dismal failure. I did terrible, just to be perfectly honest. It was a very difficult year, and not really because of the kids' fault. I do have 4. They are 3 and 6 and 8 and 10, so it is difficult to homeschool 4 of them, get the timing right, even though preschool is relatively easy. But I am a great planner and not a great implementer, and we hardly finished anything last year. The kids would ask me, do we have school today? And sometimes I say yes, and sometimes I say maybe after lunch we'll get to it, and I wouldn't. But mostly it's because I didn't have anything laid out. So another woman I found online, who I also believe has been around a while, her name is Mrs. Clover, because I can't remember her first name, but she has a website called raisingclovers.com. She has 4 children, and she has a lot of wisdom to offer, and she's just a very cheerful, happy woman who talks about organizing and the things that she's doing for the next coming year, what curriculum she's using. So this year, well, let me back up. I have a friend named Sarah who, instead of homeschooling this year, is going to be putting her kids in private school. She is also going to be teaching at the private school, and she mentioned to me that she needed a day of the week to prepare. This may seem obvious to some of you. This is not obvious to me. I did not take a day of the week to prepare. I totally did my homeschooling by the seat of my pants, opening the book and seeing what to do next, and I thought that was good enough, but it did not help me for the days when I didn't have anything laid out and I really needed some more structure, and I felt like I had books everywhere and I couldn't find the structure I wanted, and so I would say, no homeschooling today, I have to organize. And I'd organize and no school, so what's the purpose of organizing? But she had a really great organizational tool, so I want to show it to you. She has a crating system. This is not exactly like her crating system. This only cost me about $35, and probably a little more than what maybe she might have paid. I had more hanging folders. I didn't get the ones with the tabs because I forgot to watch her video again before I went to the store. But basically she suggests planning things for a week at a time, which I was all about this year. I'd already decided I'm only doing 1 week at a time. I am going to have one planning day like my friend Sarah. I am going to get on top of things. So I may not have set it up exactly like her, but it's very similar. So I'm going to show you. Let me bring this over here. Ignore my closet. Okay, so let me take out my notebooks. I'm not left-handed. Hold on. Okay, so I have 4 color-coded hanging folders. The red ones are for my eldest, and it goes down. I only have 12 weeks in here instead of, you know, people usually do, I don't know, our co-op is running 24. Some people go up to 36, 40 weeks. Some people do year-round. I'm doing 12. And that's because I may crash and burn with this system, and I don't want to crash and burn with 36 and feel awful, so I may revamp after 12 weeks. But in each folder, you just put their work for the week. So this takes a little bit of work to do, but it's not too bad. I have some geography pages, I have some writing, and I have some activity pages for reading. You know, the reading lists. And so, especially for the 2 older ones, they can grab their 1-week folder, see what they have to do, then they can open up their notebook. This is for their co-op, which they're doing history and science and art, so they can put their homework in there. And then I have right here the tabs she suggested for the different subjects, math, history, reading, and so on. And so they'll take what's in the folder. Do you like how I talk with my hands a lot? They'll take what's in the folder and they'll put it in each section, and then I bought a planner that I'm going to stick in here, and they can decide what things to do on which days and start getting used to planning out their whole homeschool week. So they cannot say, Mom, do we have homeschool today? They will say, Mom, do we have homeschool? And I will say, well, go get out your folder and look. I will still have to do math with them, reading with them, grammar, writing, some of those things, but there's a lot for them to do without me this year, and that is going to make a huge difference, I'm hoping. I wanted to have everything laid out today, my curriculum, so I could show you what I'm going to do, but I'm not that prepared. Today was crazy. Like, we had a tow truck issue and everything. I don't own a tow truck company. I had to get my car towed. So anyway, I'll just kind of go over some of it. For the older ones, we're doing Apology of Science, Flying Animals, which we love. We're going to do Story of the World, which is, the co-op is doing Story of the World. I prefer Mystery of History, to tell you the truth, but I didn't want to pick just one, so I'm going to do both and just use Story of the World as my base and Mystery of History as my kind of accompanying reading just to add to it. And let's see, I use Christian Liberty Press for a lot of the preschool stuff and for their writing. It's just very basic, to the point. And first language lessons for grammar. I'm going to be adding some IEW this year for my oldest, for grammar and for writing, composition. And trying to think, we do Right Start Math for math. For the 3-year-old, we're not doing much more than letters and numbers, of course, which I am very excited for my co-op this year, because I thought she was going to be in the nursery, but they have 3-year-old classes dedicated to letters and animals that start with those letters and sounds. And I had researched a program called 5 in a Row curriculum, and I didn't get it, but they are using it for one of the classes, so I'm very excited to see how that turns out with her. And trying to think of what else we're using. I have a character, I think it's called Character Concepts, so it teaches like a definition of the word patience, like waiting with a happy heart, obedience, you know, faithfulness, diligence, responsibility, those type of things. Bible is kind of integrated with throughout. Most of the programs that I'm using are Christian, so they either have verses to memorize, or the history is very biblical in its foundation. My husband reads the Bible with them every evening, so before they go to bed, so they're getting a lot of Bible. And I just cannot stress enough like how much I need a planning day this year. I'm also pregnant, so I'm due in January. I was just sitting here feeling the baby move. I'm only about 4 months, so, but I could feel it. So I'm very excited about that. But if I don't get a hold of things by January, I think my world's going to explode. So I cannot fail at this year, and I feel like the Lord has been encouraging me over and over with finding people like Lori Lane and Raising Clovers to encourage me. I blogged one day about I just needed to take this year slow and steady, and then I watched a Lori Lane YouTube video. No, I'm sorry. It was on her Facebook, I think, and it was a homeschooling topic, and it was slow and steady. So I feel like the Lord is just almost every day just giving me a little bit more encouragement and a little bit more, just letting me know that I'm on the right track this year. And so I'm really excited for the prayer time. I'm really excited for this crate system. I'm really excited not to be in my closet much longer. It's hot in here. And so I'll be ending this video, but I am going to be posting on my website. It's vanessanisely.com. If you're watching this on there, then you know where it is. If you see this on YouTube, it'll be in the description. I also have my author site on Facebook, which is also Vanessa Nisely. And I'm going to just be encouraging people every Saturday. I'll get on and just talk about my planning day and how it went, whether it went well, whether I had frustrations, whether it was discouraging, whether I got everything done, to encourage you, or if you have questions or encouragements for me, or suggestions, I'll take them. I'll take them. So I want this year to just be amazing. I do. So thank you for watching. I hope you join me, and I will see you next Saturday.